Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Buncha Assholes podcast. I am, of course, your host, the man who will defeat Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, CptQuinn, along with my ancient race of Pillarmen co-hosts. First up, we have the writer and author of the newest book, Harry Potter Fan Erection, Zerphel.
Yo.
We have the man continuously on fire, Lavaman.
Ouch. Oof. My skin.
We have famous MLB baseball player and possible sex offender, KaraBerry.
What now? Hold
It's
up,
only
what
possible.
And we also have the first person to ever say what on this podcast, FunkeyMonkey.
What?
So guys, this is the unofficial third episode, but official second episode because I'm really shit at...
Because someone doesn't know how to press the record button correctly.
Hey, look, it's a confusing button, okay?
It's not the big triangle on its side. It's the other one.
Yeah, it's the circle one.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the help with knowing my computer. So
No problem.
So guys, probably one of the best things to come out of recent years, because it hasn't been out for that long if you think about it, has been the internet, and it had some pretty good shit. Let me ask y'all,
It's been out since 1964.
what would you say your favorite part of the
Porn.
internet is?
Porn, dude.
Porn.
Porn.
Okay. What is y'all's favorite part of the internet that isn't porn?
Porn.
Hentai.
Hentai.
Probably just the way that you get to listen to music you don't necessarily have, because I mean, otherwise you don't get to hear as much music. You know, you get to hear what bands play around your area and what plays on the radio.
Yeah. And that's a really big benefit of like music on the internet, because I have been able to discover so many bands that I wouldn't even think about listening to when I was younger.
Yeah, like Tally Hall.
Like Tylee Hall or Death Grips. I discovered Waves through the internet.
Or Tally Hall.
Oh yeah, and Tally Hall.
They're
Can't forget
an
them.
important band too.
So what else is there that's like, would you say is pretty lit? The big LIT.
Well, two things that are really great is like one, pretty obvious choice. Like if we're writing an academic paper, it's like what's good about the internet? It's the fact that you can like look up stuff. It's like, you can become more academic with it, I guess, type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like
you have
it's become easier to
of information just like at your fingertips. Seriously.
And it's a great place to get information.
So you don't have to be like, gee, I wonder if Robert Downey Jr. is missing a kneecap. You can just look that up. It's like, oh, he actually has both of his kneecaps.
That's how we tried to play Iron Man.
Yeah, and then the second thing that's really great about it is just meme culture.
Yeah, the memes are pretty
I
good.
really like it for that one cat video I saw that one time.
What was it? The piano cat. The do.
Who do you take me for? 12-year-old?
Instant classic.
Yes, because you are
Instant
16.
classic.
Oh shit.
But
I thought we
straying-
established in our last podcast that was published that Monkey's actually 12.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually 2.5.
I'd say one big takeaway from the internet so far has been the ability to, like Lavaman said, be able to get all this information that you didn't even know you would need in the future. But also like how much useless info you can find out.
Yeah.
I'm the king of useless information.
Like the Today I Learned subreddit, just like all this like useless stuff that I read. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And I forget it a second later.
Yeah, stuff that you didn't even know you wanted to know about.
Like a group of squid is called a squad.
Squad fam. I recently found out. I can't remember what it is. There's like a certain kind of bear that orgasms every hour on the hour. I don't know what it's called. I think it's like I think it's called like a fucking Westwood grizzly or something fancy like that. But I didn't know I needed to know that, but I do.
You did?
Yeah, I do now.
Koala bears carry chlamydia.
Yeah, they do.
It's shit like that. It's crazy. And I feel
and with koala bears, if you put eucalyptus leaves on a plate, they won't eat it because they don't identify it as food. Fun fact.
Really?
that is a fun
Yeah,
fact. I'm glad I
Because
know that now.
I think it's because like their brain is smooth or something like that. So that has something to do with the fact that they can't
Are you talking about
identify
like smooth in surface, or as in smooth as in like smooth?
both.
Yes.
Oh.
Neither.
I mean, they're pretty chill animals.
I
Yeah,
bet.
probably because they're stupid.
They're cousins to drop bears, however.
And see, we wouldn't know about the drop bear if it weren't for the internet.
But you
Yeah,
see,
I know, right? Like, not even the Australians knew about the drop bears. Where were you going to learn about that?
going outside probably.
Maybe.
So we could probably go on for a little bit about the good things on the internet, but one thing that I feel like overstimulates that or compensates that is the bad shit that you find on the internet. Things like strange porn sites. There's every BuzzFeed article ever made.
BuzzFeed is there to just test my patience.
They're
No.
there to test everyone's patience. You can't there is no such thing as a good BuzzFeed article.
The amount of shit that's stated as fact, but is just not even remotely true.
And even though I did just say there is useless information out there that people like to enjoy, BuzzFeed takes that for granted. And then they're just like, here's top 10 Disney princesses drawn as pancakes? Like that stupid shit.
I hope that's an actual article.
It probably is, knowing the caliber of
Have you ever
BuzzFeed.
seen the Disney princesses as cement mixers?
Yes, I did.
Have you seen the one where they're bowls of lukewarm water?
Yep. BuzzFeed has them all. There's also the know your Starbucks drink by your zodiac sign, and which didn't even have all the zodiacs.
Oh my
It just
god.
had 9 of them.
It seems pretty apparent to me though that BuzzFeed is just like this soul crushing evil organization. Because have you guys ever heard of Adam Ellis?
Yes. I've heard of
Alright.
him and his template comics.
Yeah, so his comics, I think he has a nice art style personally.
The art style is nice, but it's
but
all
there's
template.
there's no real jokes or anything. It's just haha. He wrote,
I'm going
he
to
wrote
be
dogs
productive.
as his New Year's resolution. That's funny.
Like-
There's a subreddit I like to browse called Comedy Necromancy. Or no, sorry, not Comedy it's Comedy Cemetery.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's-
I know that's over.
Yeah, it's a lot of really bad jokes that, where the punchline could be something stupid like marijuana.
I mean, we make those kinds of jokes, and we still think it's funny.
It's like, haha, a little random XD.
Like for example, hey monkey.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey monkey, guess what? Boobs.
Yeah, pretty much stuff like that.
I still will never.
Adam Ellis on that subreddit was like a treasure trove because of all the awful
Yeah,
garbage
because
they
he has
produce.
comics where
But
he's
then,
laying on a
yeah,
couch and be
but-
like, I'm
but
going to
then-
be productive today, and then next panel is I wasn't productive today, and
then
same
hashtag
picture.
relatable attached to
yeah.
it. But
mean-
then he left BuzzFeed and now he actually makes really funny stuff. So bad stuff on the internet, looping this all back around to the original topic.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed is a bad thing because it makes people who would be funny unfunny, and also just a lot of stupid articles.
As much as I hate BuzzFeed, I can't say that they're the worst thing on the internet for me. I would honestly say that the worst thing I've encountered so far is the scene and edgy people that you find on the internet that try to be real cool and grab your attention, but all they do is just look like assholes, kind of like us.
It's the shock value,
Yeah, but
being
then
surprised is right, and they're taking it too far. But it's it's grounded in in stuff we would find funny. It's just they take it way too far. It's an
definitely.
extreme. It's an extreme, and it's overdone extreme. So it's lame. I wouldn't
Yeah.
call it bad. It's just not interesting at all.
Yeah.
There's a little. I'm not gonna say the name of it, and I'm not going to say any names of the people to protect identities and shit, and also because I don't want them bitching at me. But there's a particular server that I'm in. Not gonna say of what kind.
Minecraft.
Yes, a Minecraft server. There is this one kid who he's like 16 years old, and he is way too desperate to sound like this cool kid, and make everyone think, oh, this guy's awesome. I want him to be my airsoft friend. And he tells us about this role-playing group he has with his airsoft buddies. And
Are you saying it was Nerf?
I'm sure it was probably Nerf, but who knows? He was telling us how these missions that he goes on, and I use missions with about 6 or 7 quotations on each side, because the way he describes them, they're like these big things that they do, but to me it just sounds like they go into a building and they shoot someone and that's it. And he was telling us about this one mission where he had to round up a bunch of civilians and that he was ordered to shoot them all, kill them, and
Try to convince you he was a good guy for it.
Yeah, and he tries to sound like a good guy because he described them as like terrorists or something. That's his words right there. And everyone's just thinking, God, I am so glad he's not in the real military. He is fucked up. And we were discussing the dark web on something. It was just a call that we were all in. And we were discussing the dark web, and he said, "Yeah, I used to go on the dark web a lot. My friend found some illegal memes."
How do you even get on the dark web?
You
just
get,
type in like www.darkweb.com.
Yeah, Google.
No, you have
internet.
to get the Tor browser.
Yeah, the Onion
I think that's
browser.
what it's called.
There's different types of browsers. One of them's Onion. I can't remember the other types.
Like the Onion?
Yes, like the Onion.
Yeah, right.
And
That's what those illegal memes are.
Onions.
Satirical newspaper articles.
Yeah.
But no, like he told us, yeah, we have like these illegal memes, and he just literally just said they were like ISIS executions with SpongeBob music over them.
What the fuck?
That's not a meme. That's an ISIS execution.
That's screwed
with
up,
music
is
over
what
it.
it is.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's one thing I hate is edgy people.
No, yeah, totally.
I mean, I'm pretty edgy.
You're not like crazy.
The only
like
time
depressed
edginess
edgy.
is funny is if it's like self-deprecating stuff. Like,
Like-
haha, I want to
I hate when
die.
people brag about their
Even
edgy.
those jokes get overused though. Like, haha, I'm suicidal. Look at me.
Let's agree to disagree.
I mean, sometimes, depending on the situation, I guess they can be alright, but I wouldn't say they're always funny. I don't want every joke to end with, kill myself.
It's pretty overdone, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, it's turned into one of those hashtag relatable things.
Yeah. And I feel like the relatable shit kind of got old pretty fast.
The hashtag anything got old.
Hashtag
really
anything,
fast.
yeah. I mean,
Wait, let's
Yeah,
see.
hashtag.
I still unironically use hashtags, but still, it is pretty old. It's pretty,
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, it's bland. It's boring.
Yeah, I feel like that that kind of just died as it came to the internet, surfaced.
Yeah.
Like at the
I
end
mean,
of-
People still use hashtags.
yeah, people still use them. I guess it's a way to put yourself in part of a group or something, but it's just
No.
stupid.
Isn't it on
I-
Twitter just a way to?
It's
look up-
like your
and,
mission
and then
something.
I think it's
Yeah.
kind of bled over into other stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it
I think there are a
started
couple
on
sites that
Twitter.
use it as a categorical thing, like this is what you would look for if you wanted to find this picture, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
else,
sort of like
you know.
that's what I was trying to say. But yeah, it's sort of like that. But then people overuse the hashtag and they use it for really stupid shit, like hashtag Alabama girl and that kind of crap. There was a girl in my high school who always like. She didn't even. It wasn't even online. Like at the end of every single
Oh.
presentation she would do, she would be like hashtag Alabama girl. Like what the fuck is the point of saying that?
Sometimes you just got to be a girl from Alabama, okay?
You just have to be a
And make
girl.
sure everyone knows that you're a girl from Alabama.
Because if people don't know, then you're not a
How are
true
they
Alabama
gonna do-
girl.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you know how that works?
Haven't you heard about the bird?
I got kicked off the map.
Well, fellas, I think one of my favorite times was around 2002 to 2011, where it was known as the Internet Renaissance. Everyone knows Hamster Dance, right? Everyone knows shit like the Hamster Dance and ASDF films when they were still funny. I mean, they weren't, but I mean,
I think that they were funny to us because we were still in middle school.
Yeah, they were. It was like epic random humor and shit.
Yeah.
And it was just. I mean, there were some things on there that were pretty good times. I remember. I actually discovered. When I was in middle school, I remember discovering Smosh and thinking that their stuff was funny.
I mean, old Smosh was pretty good.
Yeah, old Smosh was funny, but then they kind of like got too corporate with their stuff.
They did.
It seemed like any time like a big name YouTuber got onto like anything that was like televised, they instantly became garbage. If you look at like Fred or
Fred is a huge example of that.
Or
he started making
Annoying Orange.
Oh yeah, Annoying Orange.
Annoying Orange got their own TV show too.
Yeah,
those were all awful even when I was in middle school.
Oh my god! In middle school, people always was referencing that shit. I think like one cool site from the Internet Renaissance was like the huge popularity of Newgrounds and all that. Yeah, I remember using Newgrounds a lot.
Yeah, it's certainly kind of helped launch the careers of a bunch of people too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like people like Oni and Rice Pirate, especially Oni and Rice Pirate, because those have to be my two favorite animators on Newgrounds.
I still pretty fondly remember like Castle Crashers and stuff.
Oh yeah, didn't that start out as like
Newgrounds stuff.
As a Newgrounds Newgrounds game or something, and then
that's all Newgrounds stuff.
It's so cool. It's pretty crazy how far people can come from just Newgrounds of all places where Teen Titans Hentai exists.
Oh my god.
What now? I'm sorry?
Fucking just go to Newgrounds, type in Teen Titans.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
How about no?
What?
That was a bit of an accidental discovery on my part when I was a kid.
Accidental, sure.
No, it was purely accidental.
Yeah. Whatever helps you feel better about yourself, Quinn.
Interesting things happen whenever a 10-year-old gets their very first laptop, because then they'll go on sites and they'll accidentally find shit that...
Yeah, that's true. There's no real censor on the internet.
Yeah.
Accidentally typed
Google
in
safe search
prawn on the internet.
No, because I would be on Newgrounds and I'd be like, wow, I like the Halo. And I would like...
I know.
I found like Halo porn on Newgrounds.
Like
how? Why?
Because I went to Newgrounds and I was looking for Halo games because I was too poor to buy the actual Halo, and I typed in Halo in the search bar, and the first thing was Cortana getting anally fucked or something.
Yeah, that's about right.
I remember.
It's about
I
right.
had just finished Metroid Prime 2, and I really wanted to play more Metroid games. So I went and looked for like Flash Metroid games, and they were all awful, but I was super fucking enamored because I'm a huge fucking nerd for Metroid.
Oh, I feel you.
You're more than just a nerd.
I was gonna say, Newgrounds is actually a really good like example of the internet as a whole, because it's such a it's such a grab bag. You're gonna find shit that's absolutely fucking amazing and well done, and stuff you're gonna like forever. And then you're going to find stuff that maybe it's funny right away, but then you lose interest. And then you're also going to find stuff that you just hate, forever.
I'm guessing like Newgrounds is like the trial run of the entire internet. Like if it doesn't make it on Newgrounds, there's no way it's going to make it anywhere.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We should start a Newgrounds.
Yeah, we'll start.
Call it, new asshole.
New assholes. But like I'm sad that Newgrounds kind of like fell apart though, because barely anyone uses it anymore. People really just upload their shitty hentai and their shitty Flash games to it now. But there used to be a time where it was like super fucking entertaining, and I would just be able to open it up and I would be able to instantly start watching more Oni or Psychic Pebble and like all that, and it was just a fun time.
Yeah,
memories.
really never
chilling.
used it for videos. I was always listening to the music or playing the Flash games.
Yeah,
It
that's
was,
about right. With that.
one of the only 4 sites I used when I was a kid. It was like the 4 sites I used, and this is like the pillars of my internet childhood, was YouTube, Newgrounds, I think it was called Addicting Games, because
Oh yeah.
Addicting
Oh, I
games.
know
yeah.
that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Armor
lord,
Games.
Addicting Games was so great.
And Armor
Max
Games.
Games.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Max Games is another one, but I like
the one site I went on was AndCon Arcade.
And Connor. Oh yeah, I remember going to
Oh,
that
I know
one.
that one. I remember that
I
one.
don't think that they made their own games, but they like had a whole bunch of different ones.
Oh,
like, all
I don't
over
think
the place.
any like Flash game
And-
site made their own games.
Yeah.
People just
No,
make Flash games and sell it to them.
I remember about AndCon Arcade though, was that like I was talking to one of my friends in elementary school about it, and he was like, "No, don't go on there. It'll give you the cockroach virus." I was like, "What's the cockroach virus?" And he said, when you go on there, cockroaches come from like the right side of your screen, and you have to like start flicking them off before they get to the left side, or else your PC gets infected. And you have to keep doing it, and the only way to prevent it is to unplug your computer.
Was it just one of them interactive games that they would have on the Splash site?
No, I had no idea what he was talking about.
I was gonna say that'd be like an interesting like.
Yeah,
game to pull
there
up
was
and,
a
like,
few
fuck with
sites.
people.
There was a few sites I remember that had shit like that. I remember like I think on Addicting Games, like during their New Year's events or whatever, like little balloons would start coming out from the bottom of the screen. You just could
Mhm.
pop them if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all ever play RuneScape?
Yeah.
I remember making an account for RuneScape. That's the part
I played EverQuest too.
RuneScape was one of the first things I did on the internet, and one of the only things I did on the internet for a long time.
It was an
Just 'cause-
interesting.
I don't know.
In my
Interesting.
childhood was Omegle, so just like a bunch of dick pictures.
Yeah, but your childhood started a little bit later than ours.
I was gonna say your childhood is only like what 2 years ago.
Man, fuck you.
Childhood, dude.
Monkey, we love you.
We do.
We love you. That's why we're mean.
Yeah, I mean, true friends roast each other. Am I right?
Exactly.
We'll have like a whole roasting video later, though.
Yeah, we'll roast each other. Don't worry. Everyone's gonna get shit.
And I'll be the only one that's actually roasting myself.
No. Not your
No,
fault.
I got some heat.
Lol.
If you want.
Shit. I apparently impressed Quinn yesterday with some roasts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was some good stuff.
That was
Should we
good
just
shit.
go ahead and talk about that now?
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Kara was like a fucking roast master last night. Like she came, like there was this one shit guy when we were playing. What was it, like Team Deathmatch or something? And he would
It
like
was
complain,
something on Overwatch.
complain every like 5 seconds about something. You know, like the fan
the
hammer is so
hammer.
bullshit.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be
Yeah.
allowed in the game, or no one
That's
should
why
be
you
allowed to use
lost.
it. And then
Except for me, because I'm cool.
and Kara just like, you know, she rolled up her sleeve, she cracked her neck a couple times, she took a big swig of soy,
Mountain Dew.
and she just like
Soy?
yeah, soy.
Yeah, I was
soy.
gonna say, where the hell did soy come from?
That's what all the strong people have is soy.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah, like protein
That's alright.
shakes and all that. That's what I know.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
drinking. But like, Kara just like went off the chain. It was great.
I
Was she
just kinda
going off the chain hook?
What was it like? There was like a really good comeback that you had. It was like something to do with his balls or something like that.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, he said like suck my
like,
balls, and it was like I can't suck air or something
You
like
can't
that.
eat air. Yeah.
Can't
You
eat air, yeah.
air.
That's good.
I
It
don't
was
know. I don't know why that made you guys laugh so much.
Because it was great. It was just like the thing with the Peter Molyneux thing. Just like I didn't expect it, and it was great.
Oh yeah. What was that thing with Peter Molyneux?
It was like top 10 things I've cleaned with me bum with Peter
Oh
Molyneux.
yeah. Hi, I'm Peter Molyneux.
Oh.
Top 10 things I've cleaned with my bum. Number 10,
It was
Fable.
Fable. It just made me laugh for like a solid minute.
He really got you with that one.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to. I was just like spitting shit, and I didn't expect it to get anywhere. That's how most of my jokes usually go. Like sometimes I'll just talk and I won't like have any like follow up, and sometimes it'll be funny. That's the way it is.
They don't think it'd be like it is, but it do.
Yep. Obama said that.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Rene Descartes.
I'm never gonna get over whomsoever let the dogs out.
It's okay, I'm
That was
never gonna
great.
get over what you said in that video.
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah,
about the
black
children.
children.
I just left
Monkey.
accidentally. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you left on purpose. Not bad. Go ahead and let him back in. So, so out of all the years we spent on the internet, and don't say porn this time, what is the probably the most interesting thing you guys been able to find?
The Wikipedia page for milk.
What?
No, what I really like is the retarded comments that people give on Amazon. That's probably one of
Oh,
my favorite
yeah.
things
Those
about
are
the
great.
internet.
You can't beat those, really.
The fucking banana slicer comments.
The banana
those are
slicer saga.
hilarious.
Oh my god,
Ah!
it is great.
I like how companies are roasting each other now, like the Wendy's roast. That was
Yeah.
great.
I would think that the Wendy's thing would get old kind of quickly, but I mean, some of them are still pretty good, though. Like, a couple I found the other day that, like, were directed at Subway were alright.
That Butterfinger hilarious.
The what now?
The Butterfinger one.
The
It was a
Butterfinger.
picture of Tom Brady, and it said, it was from Butterfinger's Twitter, and it said, "We're so glad that at Tom Brady could represent our
Oh,
brand."
yeah! That was funny. And I think one of my favorite finds has been this one channel, or a couple channels I found on YouTube, like Filthy Frank and Official Duck Studios. Like, I would not have been the same person if I didn't find them, if I didn't start watching them, because those are where most of my jokes usually come from. Their style of how, like, on the spot, and sometimes a little bit what's the word I'm looking for?
Over the top.
Over the top, yeah. How
It's not a
crazy
word.
they can be. But I think that's probably one of my finds. I mean, it's probably, like, not as great as some of y'all's. Y'all probably have explored the internet more than I have, but yeah.
I live in the internet, bro.
Yeah.
You would be
I think
surprised.
one of my favorite things is
Surprised.
Reddit. Just all the stuff you can find from it.
Yeah.
But oh no, I think the best thing I've found though is our Publix chicken tender subs online.com, or on sale, not online, on sale.com.
Wait, what is it now?
It's like called our Publix chicken tender subs on sale.com.
What? I'm guessing
And it's just a website dedicated to telling you when Publix has their chicken tender subs on sale.
That's probably the best thing.
And like when they are, it has some
Pretty good.
rattly bones guys dancing. And
I don't
some
think-
Technicolor stuff and some sandwiches flying around.
I would like that. I need to find this site, just in case I ever need to know if their subs are on sale.
Everyone needs to know when their subs are on sale.
What about you, Aaron? I haven't heard your voice a lot in the podcast today. What's your favorite find?
You haven't heard her voice that much because she's still recuperating from that Cards Against Humanity's video.
But like, but seriously, what about you, Zerphel? Zerphel?
This is gonna come from a perspective of someone who just doesn't do a lot on the internet.
Hey, my
I play
answer was
games.
YouTube channel, so I don't blame you.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I play games and I watch YouTube. I guess that's gonna sound cheesy and emotional as fuck, but it's got to be the best thing that I found is the people that I've met.
Oh, that's sweet.
Who I've met in real life.
Oh, it almost makes me want to rip my heart out and throw it at you.
I mean, aside from that, it's got to be like what I said earlier, porn.
The porn.
Prawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I guess
pretty
to be
much
fair.
the only reason 12-year-olds use the internet.
let's be fair. Even if I hadn't found
That
all you
is
guys, I'd still be watching porn.
Yeah. I think that's where we would all be. Like, let's be real.
That is like probably one of the best things about the internet is just being able to find new friends from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
remember,
I thought you were gonna say
like how did we all of us meet anyway.
I can
know
tell.
that-
I can tell the
Overwatch.
story in a
Overwatch.
good British
Yeah.
British Overwatch, a British
Let-
accent.
A British Overwatch.
A British Overwatch. Well, the story's been ruined, Quinn.
A long time ago, in the great month of December, I think it was December, the two friends, Patrick and Quinn, met the two friends, Zerphel and
Monkey.
Monkey. I was
Two
gonna call him by his real name.
2 friends?
Yeah, Kara wasn't there.
Yeah, Kara wasn't
for the
there.
first time.
We
Oh,
met Kara later.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing the accent. We played
No,
like
dude, it's
we
good.
played 3 rounds of competitive. 2 of them was with y'all, and 1 was against, and we kicked your asses. But you know,
No.
but then one of y'all ended up friending Lava, and we played that game.
Oh, that was me.
competitive, and we had a grand old time. And
think-
I'm glad we met y'all, because we wouldn't have been able to be talking right now. We wouldn't have this channel that's so successful. 22 subs, by the way.
Exactly.
23,
22
Yeah, that is a
special
good party.
coming up.
I wouldn't be
We
able
should
to...
do a special for each sub.
No.
That's a good idea.
Each individual.
51 coming up.
But you know, I'm just glad. Even though I don't know y'all in real life, I really wish I did. But I'm glad I can hang out with people.
I'm less of a dick in real life, trust me.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you're-
know you are, Monkey.
you're
I can't believe that you're like yourself online in real life.
Let's be honest, and Monkey's not really that bad online either.
I mean, he's
Pretty good
there
guy.
there are worse people.
Yeah. Like
Thanks,
GTA
guys,
Jake
appreciate
1, 2,
it.
3.
Oh my God, GTA.
Or
Jake
just
1, 2, 3.
pretty much most of the toxic people we meet on Overwatch.
Fucking Grailer.
Can we tell? Should we tell the story about GTA
Yeah,
Jake 1, 2, 3?
I was hoping you would launch into that. I was kind of waiting for it.
I'm like looking at the topics list, and I'm like looking back at us. I'm not sure what to do.
I'm not sure where we're at. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's a-
I'm losing myself already.
We-
I mean,
we-
the people we meet on the internet.
we
yeah.
held it for a while. We held
We
it for a minute.
did meet someone interesting, and we'll never forget his name because we reference him almost all the time. He's a beautiful man named GTA Jake Paul 123. And,
No, it wasn't Jake Paul. It was just
No, I just call him Jake Paul
TJ.
because I feel like that's how Jake Paul acts online. But we were playing 3v3s, and we played literally 3 games in a row against this guy. Not with, against. And every single game he would do the same thing. And this was before the whole no, I think it was after the whole 3v3 update with the lockout and shit. But the first thing he would do
I'm not
is
sure.
he would charge right out of the starting gate, try
As
to find
Genji,
the
I
enemies,
think it was.
as Genji, yeah, and then he would die instantly and start being pissed off and angry. And occasionally they would win. Like I think one match the enemy team won, and he started
one match they won, and
bragging.
then he was just like, oh, get on my level, bro.
He started
Get
saying
on
that
my
he
level.
carried, even though you could see, and like in the end where it shows you every round and who like lived through what, every single one, he was the first one dead and the only one dead, every single time, and he would say he was carrying. And the last match, he did the same thing. He went Genji. Lava hooked him off the edge, because this was on Anubis, I think. He hooked him
Yeah,
off
it
the
was.
edge, and instantly, without even saying anything, he left. He rage quit. And that was
Anubis
the-
doesn't have any pit.
And that was the last we saw of GTA
They mean
Jake 1, 2, 3.
Necropolis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever it was called.
That's good.
That was the lot. But GTA Jake 1, 2, 3, if you're out there, please friend me on Overwatch. I really want to play with you again. I'm
You're a pretty
being
cool
legit
guy.
too. I really want to play with this
I'm
man.
gonna play against you again.
Sounds
Have
like
a-
you're a
come
pretty
on.
cool guy.
Have a proper rematch. See who's
Yeah.
the true master.
So,
Who deserves the title of GTA J?
not
Watch
me.
the GTA J account be a seagull social experiment.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by seagull social experiment?
Seagull doing a social experiment.
Yeah, the Overwatch player Seagull. The
Oh,
famous one.
I thought you meant like
Um,
a literal
Actual
seagull.
Seagull
a
is-
seagull on Overwatch.
That's better. That's better.
I would prefer that.
I keep
Can we
forgetting
get,
that like
can we get that up on the
the
screen,
main
please?
the main man of this community is a guy named Seagull.
No, I thought it was XQC. Is it
who are they?
He's talked about it a lot, but I
XQC's
wouldn't carbon
story
call
is
him.
great.
Didn't he get banned
quit?
again recently?
He got banned, but I think
No,
he's
he
quitting.
quit.
Oh,
he quit?
He got a
XQC
fine,
quit.
banned, and he's gone. He's out.
I
Well.
don't remember if it was him initiating the leaving or if it was Fuel going get out, but either way, I think both of them were like, yeah, no.
Well, that's part of the controversy. He says he left, but the Fuel said that they let him go.
It was probably a mutual thing. They walked into a room,
Yeah.
stared at each other, and they left. And it was just that transfer.
They
of
walked in,
quit.
said no words, looked at each other in the eye, signed a contract, and it was over.
Yeah.
Honestly, if people want to watch him be the way he is, that's no
Let them.
skin
Yeah.
off my
If
back.
you want to watch somebody be
And-
a complete ass, then do it.
I'm not even going to make comments on how I think he acts, but if people want to watch that, then they want to watch that, and that's
Honestly,
great. And if
he
he makes a
acts
living
too
off
much
that, that's
like-
great.
He acts too much of a little bitch. If
Yeah,
I say so
like, if
myself.
But
If I'm gonna be
personally,
honest, yeah.
he's kind of a cunt. Personally.
kind
but-
of.
Even disregarding that, if people want to watch that, that's fine, and that's what people want to watch, and it's great if he can make a living off of that. I wish I could make a living off of being an asshole.
I just
Um,
don't see
and you
how
are.
people can watch him, because whenever he plays, he's always doing the same thing. He's always shaking the screen with his mouse. He's always playing Winston the same way, just
It's-
diving in
it's-
and dying. And he's always be like, "Bro, you know what? I'm gonna quit this game, bro. I don't like this game, bro. Bro, this game sucks, bro. I Overwatch is gay, bro. Like, you know what, bro?"
Yeah, and it's not my
I
style.
love the
and
people
I
that
don't
sprinkle
enjoy anything about it.
throw in.
But
every two other
it's a
ones.
style that people like, evidently, because he's got a lot of
Mm.
subs and he makes money off of this shit. He
It's
lives off
because
of it. Which
People like to see negativity. And
It's the same thing with my whole deal about speedrunners and all that. I don't get why it's so popular, but it is. So
yeah, and that's fair. And just like speedrunning, it has its place, and if people enjoy it, then by all means have it. But
yeah.
that's not what the Overwatch League needed, and I think it's better for the both of them that they realized that and went their separate ways. I think it's
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's a good thing.
If you watch his stream, he was fucking miserable the entire time he was on the league anyway. So it's way better for him.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's better for him. It's better for him. It's better for them. It's just a good thing all around, and that maybe sounds kind of shitty to say, getting kicked out of
Mutually
that.
assured assertion.
Yeah. They didn't want anything to do with each other, and it's good that they got out of that.
Yeah. Caffrey's
He
still
thought
on
he
it
would.
though, so I mean, Overwatch League is still bad.
Meh,
Roasted.
as long as he behaves himself,
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you get a point.
because he is good. So I mean, it's not like he doesn't have the skill to be there.
He's good, but I don't think he's as consistent as some of the Korean players.
Yeah. Oh my god,
and
yeah,
that's true.
definitely. People on Dynasty and like that, they're fucking crazy. I'm not saying this to
Like,
sound racist. I'm
perfectly
actually
crafted.
legit.
Goddamn.
Like they're fucking great at what they do because they calculate everything before they make any move, before they even get out of the starting gate.
They certainly give that impression off. How much they actually calculate, I have no clue, but they certainly give that impression off, and the level of play is unlike anything I've ever seen. You know? This,
Probably activated that too early. Shit.
But anyways, I think we were going to switch subjects to the dark web.
Oh yeah. So one of the worst places, because I know y'all hate me bringing down the mood. The dark web is honestly, it's not all that bad in most cases, and do not take me the wrong way. There is some horrible shit on there. But
Right.
there are some interesting things on there. Like I
It's just
recently
like the
found
real
out.
internet.
Yeah, it's just like the real internet, just darker. Hence the name.
Well,
Just
it's
darker.
like it's not even just darker. It's just more less censored.
Discord light theme. It's Discord dark theme.
But there was a website on the dark web where apparently it sells Christmas ornaments, and there's nothing different
Illegally.
about it. Illegal Christmas ornaments,
They sneak into your home and steal the Christmas ornaments.
and then they
Yeah,
sell
a
them
lot
as
of
summer.
people,
Yeah.
like reporters will use the dark web.
Yeah, reporters, and I guarantee you, military probably uses the dark web. I'm not saying
Having-
they do, but they probably
but having
do.
a place
That
where
just makes
people
sense.
feel safer to talk, where they feel like they're going to be able to talk without getting in trouble.
Yeah, it's
is
just the internet without a filter, and
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
some
great
people.
for
Right.
listening in and seeing what shit's going to happen. It's a good tool.
But then again, on the contrary, there is that more freedom, which leads to more bad things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but people will
and it
abuse
does-
anything. It's our nature.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got some pretty fucked up shit on the not dark web.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
go to 4chan
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like 5 seconds and you'll see all the horrible shit that the surface web has.
Surface web, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
think that's
top
Yeah.
web.
Top
Top
web.
web.
Really? I would have thought Surface made more sense.
Yeah. It sounds more sense to me. That's why I used it. But like the shit they have
It might
on
be
4chan
surface
is
web.
pretty-
I don't.
is pretty messed up. I even though
Well,
I still go on it occasionally because I like to see like you know the spank material. I go on it for I like to go on it on boards like MU V has some good shit whenever people aren't being autistic.
Such an insult.
VG is a better place if you're looking for better video game discussions. And CEO are probably my favorites. And AC or ASP, that's what that had all the wrestling stuff. But those are some pretty decent boards to go onto. But B is probably like if you want to dip your toe into the dark web, B is the place to go because it's got some really messed up stuff.
What is B again? Is that random?
Random,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
People will post anything on random. People will go from like, can someone help me with this recipe to, hey, look at this dying African child. It's literally like those two kinds of threads next to each other. It's messed up.
Well,
So is that like the 50-50
because it is
challenge?
random and they don't moderate
Yeah.
the same way that other sites do, and ultimately that's again essentially up to taste, up to preference, which some will definitely say you shouldn't be doing. You should not have this preference. It is not a good thing to have, and in some cases I would certainly agree. But ultimately, it is up to preference, and it's good that we're not forcing them out of that and into places where we don't want that.
Right.
You know.
I do have to give them credit though. They do moderate their boards kind of well. Like whenever the mods see things are getting like real shifty, like someone starts talking about doing illegal stuff, they do take down the thread. Not as quickly as I thought, but they do take it down. But that's one thing I have to give them. But it's still pretty like messed up, the kind of shit you would see on there, and it's really not for the average person. I'm not saying like you have to be cool and edgy like me to get all the underground memes, but like
No, you gotta be cool and edgy to get the underground memes, dude.
It's edgy. It's not even necessarily edgy. It's just the same kind of shock value entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed, and whether or not that's the whole truth, and it probably isn't, but is up for debate. But that's what I've seen, and we already don't like edgy stuff. I think that was made abundantly clear.
Yeah.
But
I hate
and so the same kind of overused shock humor type shit is certainly not our taste, and that's probably one of the reasons there's not much of a good reception for 4chan here either.
Yeah, there certainly is not like too much to really look up to on 4chan, unfortunately. I feel like there is a lot of potential with some boards, but just really it's really iffy.
I mean there are some great shit that goes on in there. I mean, there's like draw threads. People just go like, "Hey, draw this," and someone pops into
the
the
draw threads are probably my favorites because some really
like
talented
that's good.
people will go on the draw threads and they'll like craft this like beautiful looking shit.
Yeah, and that's some great shit, and that's definitely a good thing. Actually, I don't personally know too many places where that happens. I mean, stuff in the same vein, but never quite like that. And I think that at least is something that's worth praising and keeping around for that specifically.
No, but I think again the dark web is just another tool resource that we have, and it's how we use it that determines what it is.
Definitely, yeah. I'm glad that most of the stuff that people hear about on the dark web doesn't actually exist, from what we know.
Right.
From what we know.
Because one of my favorite things, one of my favorite channels is this guy called Mr. Nightmare on YouTube, and he reads a lot of horror stories, and a lot of them happen to be dark web stuff. But it's bullshit because people tell stories of like, oh yeah, I downloaded the Onion browser and I typed in someone being died, please show, and they get it instantly. Like, it doesn't work.
Someone
like that.
being died, please show.
They're described almost just like that.
To be honest, you don't need to be on the dark web to see videos like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
like,
isn't there a subreddit
they're
watch
talking
people
about
die?
like the red rooms and like the people bidding on how to kill people, like that
The
kind
more
of messed
fucked
up shit. Yeah, they're saying like they're stumbling across these and like people finding them in like from like several states away and shit like that. That's what those kinds of stories are. I like to think that that's not all what happens on the dark web. It's just a different surface of area for people to talk to. I'm not giving it credit because I know the dark web is messed up, but
Right. No.
Well,
I
there's
honestly
nothing-
don't think it's that horrible from what we know.
There's nothing inherently wrong with the dark web. It's more just the people that use it can be fucked up sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like some of the stuff you can get on the dark web too, you like would not even fly in the regular web. Like you cannot just go on the regular internet and just buy a gun or buy drugs.
Yeah, there's actually no
you
reason.
can,
Well,
but
no, like from
feel-
trusted sellers. Like you can't.
Oh.
You can only buy like the guns that you can buy online are from trusted sources like Smith and Wesson and Browning and all that. But I'm talking about like some average
Random
asshole who's
hillbillies on
shelling.
Craigslist.
Yeah, some guy. Those people too. I'm talking about like dark websites where people can actually just sell the guns that they own and they don't have a license for it and they just sell it right away. I'm talking
Again,
about
there's
that.
nothing legally wrong with that.
I was gonna say,
there
and that's
is
probably where,
something
like,
crazy
Bitcoin
illegal
comes
with,
to play, I
illegal with
guess.
that. You need a license.
In
to sell
Texas,
dark web.
it's not. In Texas,
you can buy
it's
the
not.
gun and then you can go get the license for it. Is what I think is how that works, if I recall. I'm not sure. I mean, I
It
don't
might
buy
be
guns.
different between states. I just know in Florida you have to have a license to be able to sell weapons, and then also have a license to buy weapons, be a licensed carrier. It probably is different in Texas, but
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
gun
that, and
laws
then
are
there's also
hugely
probably
different.
various clauses for various, like, I mean, family owned, like, this has been in my family for forever, we don't use it, it's literally just a keepsake from whenever my grandfather kept this or something like that.
yeah.
That kind of stuff, I think there are different rules for.
Oh yeah, like heirlooms and all that.
Yeah, you can just sell that. You don't actually have to like have a permit or anything like that. You can just like straight up like sell heirloom type stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think the rifle would have to like not be working. But I don't know.
I mean, my grandfather handmade. Like he went and forged the metal and all this stuff. He made a musket.
Oh, seriously?
Matchlock, I think it is. Yeah, we've got it hanging up in the living room. It's a cool as shit piece of history, you know?
Yeah.
That's something someone made with their own two hands, and something a family member made with his own two hands. So it's like
In
I don't know.
Texas,
But
Texas, that doesn't have to be registered.
But
right,
I'm really
'cause-
just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say it's like it's not even being used. You know, you wouldn't be able to use this really. You
No, even
could
if it
probably-
was usable, if you made the weapon
Really?
yourself, you don't have to register it.
Really?
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Well, I was just talking about like,
Well,
what do they call it?
firearm at least.
Yeah, like actually, like firearms that are developed by like these big companies like Smith and Wesson and all that. Like you wouldn't
Right,
be able
more-
to sell
more-
that on the surface web. Just however.
Yeah.
Same
Right.
thing goes with drugs. Like only registered and licensed pharmacists and doctors,
Yeah.
they can sell prescription medication illegally too to people who need it. But
Well, the doctors give the prescription, and the pharmacists take the prescription and
Yeah.
say, okay, you're given authorization for this, basically.
yeah,
Right.
Legal drug dealing.
yeah, pretty
Yep.
much. But,
Which is not a bad thing. You can say it like that and make it sound like it's
Yeah,
awful.
yeah.
You're saving people's
It's
lives.
pretty much what it
that's-
is, though.
It's not,
Yeah.
but pharmaceutical reps are kind of the devil.
Kind of.
There's certainly some shitty practices
But,
going
like,
on. I hit this guy.
You couldn't stuff a bunch of pills in a bag on the surface swipe and sell them on Amazon for $500. That's really not
How do you
allowed.
know? You haven't tried, Quinn.
Well, let me go ahead and try it right now. Here's my listing
Alright.
on the screen.
This
Are
is
you
the
sure about that?
place.
Yeah.
Before I even do it.
Knock knock. The police. You're about to do something illegal.
You said earlier, and they already know what we're talking about. They're already listening
No,
to
it's
us.
not
I
me.
guarantee it.
No, I was talking about a
But
guy.
But you
Do you
said
guys
the
know-
word.
You said it, and the
Oh
and
yeah,
the
I
filter
say it.
caught
Therefore,
and
I
they're
am
listening.
doing illegal things. Oh yeah.
No,
makes
they're
sense.
listening now. They're
listening.
they're not going. Oh, the guys did it. They're listening in to see if we say anything incriminating.
Because
Do
nobody
you guys
does
ever-
it.
Don't do anything illegal for the
guarantee
next
it.
24 hours,
Hey
Quinn.
guys, let's ask the FBI something. What kind of shampoo do you use? It smells really
And then you get a text that says, suave.
suave.
Says
Text.
Maybelline.
Maybe
Dove
it's
for women.
Maybelline.
Do you guys ever just have random conversations just in case the NSA is listening?
Yeah.
Like just with yourself?
Yeah.
I talk to myself all the time. I talk to myself all the time just because I don't know how to keep my fucking mouth shut.
There was-
I
It,
just
it
talk.
does help with anxiety.
I mean,
Really?
the FBI probably gets tired of me referencing Spy Kids, though. But you know, who cares?
What was it? There's a couple videos put on YouTube that were people asking like Alexa if
Oh yeah.
people are
Are these
watching.
hard bots?
Yeah,
I certainly
They are
feel
now.
like hard bots.
that's why I want a healer.
Okay. I guess I'll switch to Widow.
Wait, what
Pop
was
off
this
a
whole
couple
thing
of
about
buttons.
asking Alexa if people are watching?
No, yeah.
yeah.
If you ask Alexa, apparently, if people are watching you, like the FBI or other government agents are watching you, she'll just shut off
Yeah. I've
or
seen
something like
videos.
that instead of like answering you,
It's
Which is-
creepy.
which is creepy. Yeah, but I mean, there's ways to do that,
And I
just make
don't-
it look creepy.
I don't know who it was who told me about it, but I remember someone said something about like Alexa's like creepy laugh or something if you ask her a certain question. I looked that up, and it is like creepy the way it sounds.
Do you remember what the
uh,
question was?
No, I
The
can't remember what the
Xbox-
question was. I remember they said something to Alexa about the FBI or whatever, and she just started laughing, and it was weird.
If
There's
you have
a-
Alexa and the Google Home, and you have them on at the same time, they will start talking to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
I didn't know about
it's
that. Holy shit.
Terrifying.
There was this big scam on the telemarketing channel. A bunch of the telemarketers said, "Okay, Alexa," and then like said their order form. Like, "Okay, Alexa, order 3." Just
That's
to
like,
fuck
that's like
with
getting
those
on the
people.
comms on Xbox and saying Xbox off.
Yeah.
And just watching people disconnect. That's awful. Holy shit.
There was
Holy
if
shit.
Microsoft has their phone brand out, right?
I think so.
The
They have
Microsoft
their
crapshoot?
phone. If you can ask the AI on that some creepy questions too, and she'll respond in the same kind of manner.
Oh yeah, Cortana.
Yeah, Cortana. It's just-
Cortana does have some creepy stuff. Ever since I don't use her much, but she does. Like she says some weird shit every now and
Yeah,
then.
if you just ask her shit, it's creepy. But I don't know. It's like I feel like that's just programmed in like as a joke more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
It's still creepy, but yeah.
Alexa and Google Home talking to each other are totally like that's those two companies going,
Why?
this is funny, and
Who's
I mean,
on it?
it just gets to a point where that like you're messing with people's minds at that point. Let's
Certainly.
scar someone by having our AI talk to another AI.
you startle the shit out of them. Yeah.
Yeah, if I saw that, I would not only break Alexa and Google Home, but I would run out of the house and I would start crying.
Probably.
While I
I-
was
I
breaking
just-
the Alexa, I'd scream, "I'm sorry, the United States government."
I'm sorry.
I think it was the story I heard was someone said, oh, Google Home, what do you think about Alexa? And Google Home's just like, I think she's pretty cool. And Alexa from the other room goes, thank you.
Oh,
Something like
shit.
that. And then Google Home's just like, you're welcome. Like just short little burst of conversation like that. And I love it. I love it.
It's
I love
cute,
it.
but it's
Love
also like, could you just not?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
certainly
seriously.
creepy if you're not expecting it. It's certainly creepy if you're not expecting it. But I don't know. I like the idea. It's something that if I was in charge of programming those things, I would totally put in.
No,
Oh,
man,
definitely.
I would shoot someone if that happened to me. Like if I had an AI and it's just started like talking to my refrigerator, I would break it.
God.
I don't mind technology. Technology is a great thing for the most part, but fuck it. I mean, if I hear my phone start communicating with the stapler, telling me about the plans for the Russian invasion in Cold War II, I'm booking it. I'm not having that.
Can we please have that happen now? Just put that up on the screen.
Speaking of
Cold War II sounds like a Call of Duty game.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Probably.
Call
Speaking
of Duty
of
in the Cold War
shit
II.
like that, by the way, on both in that vein and on the topic of the internet as a useful tool, useful and harmful tool. The news access is much more instant and useful because you get so many more people reporting on it and stuff like that. The problem is you also have more people talking out of their ass, and it's hard to know
like
what's true and
BuzzFeed.
what's
Let's just bring them back for a quick second.
BuzzFeed.
Now I'm not defending him in any way, but BuzzFeed and now they like to make up shit about Donald Trump, and I don't like Donald Trump. I didn't vote for that asshole. I don't really think
getting
he
political, Quinn.
don't really think he deserves to be in office, but a lot of liberal news outlets, like heavy liberal news outlets, like to make up shit, and
they don't
really,
need to.
Sway the way people should look at things.
He feeds it on his own. They don't need to make anything up.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think it's stupid how you like.
I agree, and that's where I was going with like and harmful is because the amount of propaganda that can be spread and how quickly and easily it takes hold, because of the way we view social media and the internet as a whole, makes propaganda very quick and easy to make, distribute, and make hold. And so, I mean, especially when we get into the fact that we don't even necessarily need real people, because this is an anonymity. You don't know if the person you're talking to is who they say they are. You don't know if they're even a real person, or if they're just like, one dude making 500 accounts all saying the same thing in different ways. And then you don't know if it's actually 500 people supporting that, or if it's just one person saying it.
Yeah.
And that becomes a problem when you get to stuff like, for example, the recent the net neutrality stuff. There was
net neutrality.
There was whole shit tons of people who have been dead for several years.
Oh yeah,
commenting
I heard
on
about
net
that.
neutrality,
Yeah, like
saying
someone would be
I
making
vote
fake
for
accounts
repealing
and saying that it should be taken down.
Yeah,
and all that.
repealed. Yeah, and you can't trust that kind of shit. Like, you and then it puts the whole thing into whack. And then on top of that, you've got news outlets going, "Hey, yeah, we're telling the truth when we say that several hundred bots messed up and tried to sway the net neutrality thing, but we're gonna say, oh, it was probably people trying to force it to stay, or oh, it was the bad people on the other side saying their way is the right way to do it." And that's not necessarily, that's okay. So if it was a news outlet saying, oh, there was a whole bunch of bots trying to sway net neutrality, and they don't say who did it, the reader of their news is immediately going to assume it's the other side, because other side's evil, okay?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's saying
And
yeah.
There's
yeah.
But it's good.
There's some serious danger for it.
Yeah, it's a good
It's a good thing
Good
to
point.
think about whenever you're when you're looking at news online. But at the same
yeah,
time,
it's
you
really
can't just
hard to
read
trust
one article.
anything on the internet especially whenever shit like that happens, because you know how crazy it is, how easy some people can just make a bunch of bots to comment shit and sway people's emotions and turn people against each other and all that. It's
have you
crazy.
looked at people play?
And it's hard to trust anyone. That's why I don't That's why I don't read or watch anything like Fox or CNN, because they could be speaking out of their ass whenever it comes to a lot of stuff.
See, that's the problem is you start distrusting, certain news sources, and then you decide that the news source for the other point of view isn't worth watching because they're just going to be talking bullshit. When really you need to be watching news from as many different reputable places as possible. Not CNN and Fox, as much bullshit as you and I think they spew. They for some instances will be telling the truth, and we need to be hearing that because our news sources from the other side aren't necessarily going to say that stuff.
That's why I watch
you
PBS,
gotta watch both.
because they're I feel like I can trust them more than anyone else. PBS and ABC News. I don't really.
And it's certainly good to look for several for reputable news sources that you prefer reading, but it's worth looking at other news sources even if you don't agree with what they say, because they'll throw some stuff out there, and if it lines up with everything, you can build for yourself what went on without having to rely on somebody else who may or may not be telling the truth, regardless of what side they're on. You can't bubble yourself into only thinking a certain way. You have to look at everything, because otherwise you end up getting lied to and misguided just as much as the people you don't listen to.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous thing. You have to do your research when you're making up your own opinions on this stuff.
Yeah, of course.
That's too much work, though.
That's why it's good to do research instead of just going on Facebook saying, "Did you know that Neil deGrasse Tyson hit whites?" You shouldn't.
I did know that. Good
Did you know Obama's middle name is
Honolulu?
What did they say it was?
Honolulu.
Obama, Barack Honolulu Obama.
What did they say it was? Because there was the
Hussein.
Hussein.
No, that's his actual middle name.
Yeah,
It is.
But
Yeah,
I thought it was.
somebody also thought that his middle name was Care, and thought his first name was Obama. No joke.
Real?
No joke.
Obamacare Barack.
Basically, or something stupid like that. Yeah, no, I saw that online. I'm just like, no fucking way. That's got to be a joke. That's got to be a joke.
And then people state that like a fact, and then if you don't know and you only listen to the one person, you're already uninformed.
That kind of reminds me of that one thing about it was something on Facebook. It was two people talking about the repeal of the Obamacare thing, and the guy's just like, I don't trust Obamacare. I got the Affordable Care Act on my side. I don't got to worry about that shit. And the woman pointed out, well, Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act. He was he just didn't respond after that. It was the funniest shit. His whole entire argument was shut down completely. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, that's funny. That's good.
That's great.
Poke.
Yeah. Yeah, and Sarah, you joked about it, being too much work to do your own research and stuff like that. And
but that's how people
think.
do it. Yeah. I was joking about, but I'm making a joke on a real serious issue.
Yeah, no, and I knew you were making a joke, and that's I was just kind of pointing it out, is people really do think like that, and
because honesty doesn't make as much news. Unfortunately, right. You can't look at something and be like, yeah, no, there was a small fire in this apartment, it was put out. You have to be like, apartment caught on fire, thousands dead.
Number 6 you won't believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burger King foot fungus.
It's unfortunate that the news that most of our news media is instead of being dedicated to telling us what's going on, they're dedicated to telling us whatever we want to hear so that we pay them.
Yeah. Yeah.
If there were serious nonprofit news organizations and they weren't pushing their narrative as hard as absolutely possible, that would be probably good. That would be the most reputable source you could get, because then they're just telling you exactly what happened in factual statements.
Equality in the news, everyone. Get that hashtag going.
Anyways,
can only hope.
How long have we been going for?
Yeah, this is went from internet to talking about the media.
Well,
Well,
just like that was the last little subject that we had because we already talked about meeting people.
Because
So I'm
we
just
were
trying
talking
to-
about news media on the internet is
Yeah.
what we were
Was
getting into, and then we kind of
developed into the internet.
into
But,
news as a whole.
But so like, in conclusion of
Fuck!
everything, how do you rate the internet, guys?
1 out of 10.
It's
a 69.
for all of its problems, it is an incredible tool and a useful thing to keep around, and we need to do what we can to improve and make it better. Things
I'll
like,
give
you
it a
know,
2.
reinstating net neutrality.
Somebody be Junkrat real quick and use the I give it a 3 line.
Hi, give
I'll
it a
give
10.
it a 10. I'll give it a 3.
Holy dooly.
Holy
Okay.
moly!
Dude,
That's all I needed.
Well, before we wrap
Happy
everything up,
birthday! Sorry.
do you guys want to say anything to our loving audience? Can I just go around the table real
thanks
quick
for
and get
watching.
everyone?
Mom.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it.
We're-
He knows who I'm
Keep-
talking to.
Keeping a little too much on topic. Do your research. Vote. Pay attention.
Fuck you,
can't-
Lavaman.
You can't
What?
stay uninformed, guys. Love each other.
Motherfuckers.
Love yourself. Accept yourself.
Aaron, do you have any parting words for the fans?
Not more than what Kara was saying, since we're gonna try and stay on topic. Just
Oh, I'm staying on topic. You guys don't have
no,
to.
like I wanted to stay on topic too. I was gonna say like seriously though, this is a kind of an issue that not
Also-
just America has. Like
Yeah, everyone does.
this is a huge issue that is just worldwide at the moment. Just misinformation, misrepresentation, and we need to work on that. Like as a
And
society.
do our very best to just we need to cut through the bullshit collectively as people. We need to tell them that that's not okay, and we need to make it not okay. You know.
Yeah, because if we can do that, then we might, eventually be good.
We might go
And
to
it's-
Mars.
Maybe.
And it's not something.
Elon Musk will take us in his Tesla.
I'm so excited because I've been hearing about the plans and stuff like that. I know it's not going to happen for a long time. I know it's going to take like twice as long as they project. But goddamn, I'm excited because I've been listening to the plans and they sound fucking perfectly.
Yeah.
Like-
NASA's already on Mars. They have a child sweatshop up there.
Oh, cool.
Have you heard that theory? Do you realize how fucking insane that is? NASA would be bragging about that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
about
there
having
is
a
no way
child.
they would fucking hide that.
That would be them never shutting the fuck up about it.
They'd be like, "We got to Mars, you dumbasses." They
How
wouldn't.
would they be able to hide it anyway? How will they hide an entire launch full of Chinese children to go all the way to Mars and build a sweatshop and then start making Nike shoes? Like, how the hell would they hide that?
all they
Why
have to
children?
say is we're sending up. All they have to say
because
is we're
it's
sending
always
up.
children in
space-
sweatshops, dude.
All they have to say is say we're putting probes into orbit and nobody's gonna give a shit. The amount of people that care about space travel and shit is way lower than it should be.
No,
Oh,
well,
man, I
once we
love
get-
anything that has to do with space. It's always
Well,
been
the
one of
thing
my
is, like-
favorite subjects in school.
Once we get there to the point where we are like in space, then it'll be like everyone's all super into it.
Yeah, but the problem is it's going to take far longer if nobody's into it, because then nobody's going to be training to get into it. And you're going to have less qualified people making less ideas, and who knows how long it's going to take for the short supply of people we have to come up with enough ideas, or enough workable ideas to actually get us there. It's like if people actually gave a shit, we probably would already be there,
I think
Yeah.
that another big issue with that though is we as humans don't like. It's hard for humans to imagine what we don't know.
Exactly.
It takes a special kind of thing to imagine that. So like, we might be there, but we might also just be here in the exact same spot with failed ideas.
And that's true, and I definitely oversell the I oversell it a little bit, but I really do think, and I guess I'm an optimist, but I really do think that we could be further along if more people paid attention and gave a shit.
Yeah, I mean that's true. You can't.
All the stupid
we-
people keep having babies.
If people
Accurate.
keep having
It's-
babies, we can't get to Mars.
mean,
It's just
The
the
stupid
truth.
people keep having babies, and the smart people keep having babies, and it's impossible to tell the difference.
Pretty soon,
I'm gonna
have
start the
babies,
hashtag
and that will be
in-
awful.
Babies.
It's hard. It
Do
is
not-
hard.
do not
Kara's
want
right.
kids,
It is
Quinn.
hard to tell the difference.
Wait, what did you
Hashtag
say?
in the stupid babies.
Hold on, Patrick. What the hell did you just
I
say?
said, do you not want kids, Quinn?
I want children. I want them to be successful, like their father, Julio.
Oh yeah, you sure are successful.
I
It's
was
like
talking
their
about me. I
father
was
Julio.
talking.
Motherfucker.
Come on.
It was
I'm
good.
I'm gonna be so handsome when I grow up that women are gonna cheat on me. That's
What?
just the truth.
That's true.
That- okay.
I'm already cheating on you, Quinn.
I know. See, it's working. Except I'm not that handsome yet.
We're all cheating on you.
Fireworks.
Good. Wait.
I'm cheating on you with you.
Human being.
When are we ending this? Never.
Probably right now.
Like, but seriously though, everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe if
Good
you
night.
want more of this kind of stuff.
Good night or good morning, depending on when you're watching this.
Good
And
evening.
then Quinn, you
If
If
gotta
you
say
say
stay up late to
outro.
watch us, we cannot thank you enough.
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically.
Why? I would really like that input. Why do you like us so much?
Yeah,
Um,
let us know.
What
Yeah,
have-
tell
what
us
have
what you
we
like,
done?
dudes.
Yeah, let us know what you like out of us and what you think we should do next. What should our next topic be for podcasting?
Make
Yeah,
sure to
'cause this
also
is
tell
awfully
us which one is
structured.
the most annoying.
If you
I'm
can
voting
tell
for
who wrote
Lavaman.
this, who
Yeah,
wrote
pretty annoying.
the topic for this episode, leave a comment in the description. I mean, in the comment section.
Yeah.
Quinn, it's your podcast.
I'd never said that.
That was the worst hint ever.
Our pod.
It wasn't a hint. It's his podcast. He does all the podcast stuff.
I do everything, Monkey.
Actually, I did the first podcast layout.
You did.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just end this before it gets too off topic because I'm already...
It's gone on a little longer.
Just,
I apologize
cut
for
it.
dragging
Cut it
it.
before that last bit. Cut it before the last bit where we talk about it being your podcast.
Let me go ahead and do the outro. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for giving us a listen or a watch if you're that bored. Don't forget to leave a subscription. Don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to leave a comment.
Don't
From the
fuck
rest
with
of
me.
the from the rest of the assholes and myself, have a good day.